And good evening, everybody. Welcome back here as we get set to go for our final game of the night. A little bit behind schedule here. Last game took quite a while. Georgia, Mississippi. Georgia finally pulling it out and winning it by a score of 7-6 in the bottom of the sixth inning. As we now finally get set for Florida, Alabama. Florida, Alabama getting ready to go at it here in the last game of the evening. Temperature outside sitting right now 79, but still very warm, still very muggy outside. Florida will be the home team. So let's set up your defense for you. Anthony Watford in center field. Woodham will be on the mound. Behind the plate, Neil Adams. Zechariah Brunson at short. Tyler Dion at third. Connor Dillard at first. Blaine Woodham at second. James Gilmore in left and Riley Nelson in right. Leading off for Alabama, Camden Creel, center fielder. Batting second, playing shortstop, Gatlin Pitts. Batting third, doing the pitching will be John Malone. Batting fourth, at first base, Holland Brock. Batting fifth, catcher, Cade Morris. Batting sixth, Brooks Bracefield in right field. Batting seventh at second base will be Josh Gunther. Batting eighth, left field, Steele Sims. Riley Malone will bat ninth. Jackson Hatcher will bat 10th. Batting 11th, Mikhail Bryan at third base. And the 12th batter will be Corey DeVole. There you have it as we get set to go here for our final game of the night for the Ozone side of things. And the scoreboard put up there and the text number up there for shout-outs. You can use that text to make a shout-out to either team, a player or coach, whatever the case may be. Let us know where you're listening at tonight and watching the game. Now, for those of you that just joined us and found out, we don't have any outside audio coming in because we could not get a crowd mic outside due to the fact that the windows are sealed shut. So there's no way to get any crowd noise. So our apologies for that, but it's beyond our control, and we had hoped that they may be able to rectify that, but the windows are sealed shut in the press boxes, and on this pod of 5 fields, we're a distance away, as you can see, about 95 feet away from the backstop. So we give you the best picture we can, and just stay along with the play-by-play here. I'm Chuck Sebastian for JockJive, and like I said, glad to have you along, and go Fairhope, listening from Fairhope, Alabama. So this is the Fairhope, Alabama squad. They will lead things off with Caden Creel. And again, like I said, they'll play Florida. Now the winner is trying to move on here, and they will face the winner between Louisiana and Virginia. That game going on as we speak. I believe they're in the second or third inning over there on field 3. For those of you that are Facebook friends, you know how that works. You follow us on Facebook. You get scores, schedules, who plays who, what time. You get updates and all the good stuff. And if there's any weather delays, if you're not a friend of ours on Facebook, you need to do that now while you got a chance. Go to your Facebook page. Put the JockJive name in your search bar. And then when you get to it, click it, and then click live. Become a friend of ours and give us a follow. And make sure you click that little like button down there in the corner. We'd love you to do that. All right, warm-up toss is being given here for Kelby Woodham, a right-hander on the mound for Florida, who will be in the orange. Alabama will be in the white uniforms, all white. It looks like a bluish and red across the front of it. And Caden Creel, the center fielder, will lead things off as we finally get started here, 9:05 in our last game of the night. In the winners bracket so far on the Ozone side, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and Texas. 2 spots left yet to go. One of them right here on this field. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Again, remember, if you're going to make a text, let us know where you're listening and watching in. Also, text only. Whoa, that ball deeply hit to left field and out of here. Quickly, second pitch of the ball game, and that one goes almost 250. And that young man will cruise around and touch them all. So a quick knock out of the park, and Alabama jumps out front 1-0. That ball left the yard very, very quickly with no doubt, as it did. So the big home run ball there for Creel. Alabama starts out 1-0. Shout out Caden Creel with the bomb. Go Fairhope. And way to go, Caden, watching from Fairhope. So Creel speaks loudly for Fairhope right off the get-go. And Kelby Woodham probably won't throw him that pitch again the rest of the night. Or at least he'll try not to. Here's Gatlin Pitts, the shortstop. The pitcher John Malone, number 15, Pitts on at first. And a ball outside. So a home run and a single to start it going. And now Malone comes to the plate. And it's outside and away, 2-0. Holland Brock, the first baseman, in the on-deck circle. Curveball inside, count goes 3-0. And outside on the corner, called for a strike. Looked like Malone thought that might have been a ball 4. Kind of stutter step there in the box, waiting for the umpire's call. And it's outside. That one is ball 4, so it'll put runners at first and second. Still nobody out here in the inning.
Second kid hit a single out in center field? I believe so.
Holland Brock now coming to the plate. Runners at first and second. Strike on the first pitch. Fairhope's got this. Corey Doval rocks. Wild pitch gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. There'll be no throw. 1-1. So Fairhope jumping out early here and jumping out quickly. Unfortunately, that's the best we can get the camera. It's because of the distance, folks, that we're 95 feet away from the back of the press box. And with the window, no way to get a better picture out. We apologize. That's the best we can do. Outside on the corner. Now the count goes 1-2 to Holland Brock. So we're kind of going to do this the old style, like a radio broadcast. Here goes a wild pitch. Runner going to come sliding into the plate, safe. And down to third will go Malone. So an early 2-0 lead now for Fairhope. Runner at third and a 2-2 count. So Woodham having some struggles out there on the mound right now and upset with himself. And Holland Brock is kind of licking his chops right now. 2-2 count with the runner at third and a possibility of putting a 3 spot on the board here early. Up top, 3-2. Here we go, Kate. This is a shot out. And the out recorded. On the swing and miss. Oh, first out of the inning. So Cade Morse coming to the plate. 2-0 lead. Caden here at the plate now, the catcher tonight. The Lawson's cheering you on, Caden. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Good snag and hold on to by the catcher there with Malone standing still down at third trying to get home. Here's a strike call, 1-1. This game at a much faster pace with the pitcher and the hitter. We're hoping it will stay this way. The pace moving much quicker than the last game, we hope. Outside and away again, 2-1. And boy, Woodham really struggling to find the zone here. Gives up a home run, a single, a walk, and a strikeout. 2 runs have already scored. He's got a runner down at third. We're only in the first with just 1 out. Swing and a miss there by Cade. Make the count 2-2. For some reason, the names on this Fairhope squad here from Alabama sound very familiar, almost like the team that I was broadcasting last year in the Ozone that came from winning the Enterprise tournament. Swing and a miss there, another strikeout, so that's 2 down quickly. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's just the last names that look, some of the last names that look familiar, but I know you can play 2 years of Ozone, but I didn't think it was the Fairhope team that won the Ozone in Enterprise last year. I might be wrong. I see so many baseball games, and it's kind of hard to keep them all in track, so to speak. Strike called on the first pitch to Brooks. Bracefield. Brooks bats from the left side with 2 outs. Check swing, fouled it off, and it'll go quickly 0-2. Well, for those of you that are listening, maybe you can tell me, was this the team that was in the World Series last year, and are these the boys that won the district tournament in Enterprise? Let's go Fairhope, bust them up. Brandon Bradley. And a go Fairhope shot out. Swing and a miss, and he finally gets it going after giving up the home run ball, the single, the walk. Then he turns around and strikes out the next 3 guys. Very impressive there for that. But we clear it all. We go to the bottom of the first, and Fairhope leads it by a score of 2-0. And Florida will come to the plate with Anthony Watford, Kelby Woodham, and Neil Adams when we return right here on JockJive.com.
Just about all white Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Well, welcome back. Fairhope takes the early lead, 2-0. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Set up your defense for you again for Fairhope, Alabama. Creel in center field, Pitts is at short. On the mound, Malone, first base, Brock. Morris behind the plate. Bracefield in right. Gunther at second, Sims in left, and Bryan at third. Watford, Woodham, Adams getting ready to come to the plate. Braden Bradley. My apologies. Anthony Watford, center fielder, coming to the plate now for Florida. He'll try to get it started. They find themselves in the hole immediately by a score of 2-0. See what Malone can do on the hill here for Alabama. First pitch is outside and away for ball one. The Sumner family listening from Graceville, Florida. Let's go Florida. So a shout out for the Florida team. 1-1 on the count. To Waitford, Woodham, and then Adams due up. Calls for time, steps into the box, takes strike two. Let's go Fairhope, bring it home from Knox Lawson. Swung on and strike three called. First strikeout for Malone, and it's one away.
Now batting number 6, Kelby Woodham.
Kelby Woodham comes to the plate now, the pitcher for Florida. So a pitcher's duel here between the plate and the mound. First pitch on the corner for strike one. Neil Adams in the on-deck circle. Strike two right there on the corner. What a nice curveball laid in there by Malone. I mean, that was beauty. That had some movement at the end, and it just tailed away. Swing and a miss, and strikeout number two. And just that quick, 2 up, 2 down. So Malone showing his stuff early. And now it's Neil Adams, a left-hander at the plate. Neil is the catcher. The umpire signals Zephariah Brunson to come to the other side in the on-deck circle because of the left-handed batter. Comes inside with a fastball. And it pushes him back. It's 1-0. Change up, and that one stroked into left field for a base hit, rounding first and holding. So Florida gets a base runner. And Zephariah Brunson will come to the plate.
Number 9, Zephariah Brunson.
Go Fairhope, win it all from Levi Hickman. Runner goes off the handle, fouled off. Runner will have to go back. Not sure if he was trying to steal or it was a hit and run, but it's, he's moving. So we'll see if Malone keeps a little closer eye on him over there at first as he checks the runner now a couple of times. And he'll fire back over to first. Good move for the right-hander. But back in time goes Adams. Catcher, pretty good wheels for a catcher. Usually the catchers aren't the fastest guys on the team. Another quick wing over there. And back and diving into the bag safely. Brunson awaits the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, down low, missed. 1-1. Game just got underway, late start. The Georgia-Mississippi game was a regulation game. It just took a long time to get it over with. Another quick throw over to first. Did he get him? No. Just back in time. Boy, that was close. Malone's got a very nice move for a right-hander to the bag. Adams gets his lead again. 1-1 count, 2 down. Pitch on the way, swung on and off the handle into right field. Right fielder coming hard, bobbled, but Adams only gets down to second. then slipped going around the bag, couldn't get his wheels back underneath him, so he'll stay at second. And Bracefield was coming hard from right field. He was going to make an attempt to throw him out if he was going to try to take third. Tyler Dion now at the plate. Third baseman with 2 runners aboard and 2 down. Swing and a miss at a fastball. And Malone looks like he's got some definite heat on that fastball tonight. Struck out the first two batters. Back-to-back singles now, puts 2 runners aboard. 0-1 pitch. Swing and miss. It's now 0-2. And can he get out of the inning with a strikeout, similar to what Woodham did for Florida? Curveball, swing, and boy, got a piece of that somehow. Tomahawks that over the outfield, or the right field fence, foul. So that one sliced over the dugout, and everybody else stays in 0-2. And they go outside, try to get him to chase, and Malone knows it didn't get the one he wanted to, so 1-2. He'll have to try it again. Time is called, maybe a confusion on the signal calling there, so catcher and pitcher will meet out there at the mound. And Dion will step back in. 1-2 count. Well, Malone checks the sign again, steps off, now gets reset again. Curveball on the corner, strike 3 is called. So both pitchers end the innings with strikeouts. They both get 3 in the inning. They strand a couple of runners. We played 1. Fairhope, Alabama 2, Florida nothing, as we go to the top of the second inning next on JockJive.com. Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to go here for the top of the second inning. Alabama leads this one 2-0 over Florida. We got another shout-out. Go Fairhope. Tyler Croy. Thank you, Tyler. We appreciate that. And the shout-out is let's get the bats going again, Fairhope. Again, we'll start it all over tomorrow at 3:30. We'll go at 5:45 and again, hopefully 8 o'clock. But tomorrow's 8 o'clock games, South Carolina and Tennessee. On this field here, it'll be Georgia and Texas. Our 3:30 game is yet to be determined yet for this field. Field 3 will be North Carolina, Mississippi. Our 5:45 game is Oxford against Arkansas. And again, the 5:45 on field 3, undetermined yet as well. So, again, get these teams going tomorrow, 3:30 in the afternoon Central Time. Josh Gunther, Steele Sims, Riley Malone. Popped up on the first pitch, out of play, foul ball. So Gunther, second baseman tonight for Fairhope, leading things off. Big bender, doesn't break, 1-1. Big, tall right-hander on the mound. Boy, he looks, that Florida team, a couple of those kids look pretty big for their age. Swung on, grounded foul, and it'll go 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Second inning, 2-0 lead. Up top, 2-2. Sims in the on-deck circle. Pitch on the way and skips up to the plate in the dirt. Full count, 3-2 now on the hitter Gunther. Alabama took the early lead. Creel, second pitch of the ball game, goes yard over the left field fence. Hits with a single, gets on, goes around, he scores. Malone with a walk, he hangs up on third. There's a high fly ball coming back towards the press box. And then, boy, taking care of business, 3 strikeouts in a row. Brock, Morris, and Bracefield. So once Woodham got on, he started dealing. Swung on, fouled off, back to the screen. The count will stay full at 3-2 against Josh Gunther. Again, win and you move on, and that's what you want to do in this situation. 4 in a row, and it puts you in the championship game on Thursday. Ground ball to third, long throw across the diamond. Oh, he threw it past his first baseman throwing air, and down to second will go Gunther. I mean, they was just way off the mark on the throw from third, and that's costly right off the get-go. E5. And a runner at second. Going to win it all. Love you, Fairhope, KT. Here's Sims now with the runner at second, nobody out. And I'm not sure exactly what happened over there with Dion, but he picked it up, fielded it cleanly, and then just threw it past Dillard over at first. No chance for Dillard. I mean, he tried to come off the bag, way off the bag to make that catch and couldn't do it. And now Sims at the plate with a runner at second. The early lead for Fairhope, 2-0. Pitch gets past the catcher, slowly rolling back towards the backstop, and down to third will go Gunther now on the pass ball, and it'll be ball 1. Let's go Bama from Greer Lawson. Strike called on the corner, 1-1. Ball and a strike, Sims. Down low, good stop, and I believe he might have felt that one a little bit. Neil Adams, the catcher, having to do a lot of work behind the plate with Woodham, who's not been as accurate as he'd like to be, even though he ended up finishing the first inning with 3 strikeouts. He's a little low there, apparently, and it's 3-1. Gunther down at third with a little bit of a lead. That's on the corner. We'll go full. Well, one thing they're going to do is make this young man get his pitch count up there. Remember, he had 6 guys in the first inning he faced. And getting strikeouts isn't easy to do, so that's a lot more pitches thrown. Swung on, pops straight up, sky high in the infield. Shortstop camps out underneath, makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away. Bring up Riley Malone. And we're coming to the hill already with the Florida coach. And I believe the baseball being handed over. Like I said, it wouldn't take long to get that mark. And it looks like we are going to get a pitching change here. So we'll take a break, come back with the change on the hill in just a moment. Coming up next right here, JockJive.com. Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
So 38 pitches thrown there to start things off for Woodham, and he'll leave the hill. And now it'll be Zephariah Brunson, the right-hander, coming in to deal. And he'll have a man on third with 1 out.
Pitcher number 6, Kelby Woodham, had a total of 38 pitches. Now pitching for Florida, number 9, Zephariah Brunson.
So Brunson will take over. Malone steps in. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. Woodham. But, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So, Kelby Woodham was the first pitcher. 38 pitches, and he's done for the night. That ball hit deep to right field. It's going to be off the wall. A run's going to score, and it'll be a long single. But an RBI for Malone. And now a 3-0 lead for Alabama. Jackson Hatcher now to the plate.
Now batting for Alabama, number 16, Jackson Hatcher.
Still 1 out here in the top of the second. The early lead goes to Fairhope. Pop foul to the swung on missed. I'm sorry. I thought he got a piece of that one. Hatcher will swing and miss. Down and in. Can't be handled by, man, and he's hurt. That time, I think Adams took that in the lower portion of the body, and down to second will go the runner, and Adams laying in pain down on his side right now. As a former catcher, there's not a whole lot you can do with that feeling or that pitch. He tried to block it the best he could, but it skipped on him. I'm not sure. Maybe it got him in the lower leg area, but might have got him above the shin guard there. Yeah. He got hit by a foul ball on, I believe, above the knee area. And he's trying to walk it off right now. Like I said, he's had a rough night behind the plate already. Hatcher's down at second. It is an 0-1 count. And he will try to work that. It's almost Charlie horse-like when you get hit in that area. And then he's got to go back into the crouch position, and then it starts to tighten up on you. So he's going to go try it. He's going to get behind the plate and see if he can take a pitch or two and see if he's okay to go. He's going to feel it for a while, and I guarantee you that. And he says he's ready to go after one, so we'll get back in the box. Runner down at second. 1-1 count. Apparently not quite ready yet. As Adams stood up for a minute, and now he's back down in the crouch. Check swing didn't go. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Swung on, deep left field. Long off the fence again, a long single, and another run will score. We are screened from that awning above the stands there, and I can't tell exactly where that ball is going, but kind of have to wait to see if it comes back in. So a long single for Jackson Hatcher. It's now 4-0. Grounded down to first, unassisted. Will move the runner to second for the out. Second out of the inning goes Bryant.
Number 27, Corey DeVoe.
Corey DeVoe coming to the plate now, and the last batter in the lineup here for Fairhope. They'll have sent all 12 to the plate by the second inning. 2 outs, 4-0 lead. Runner at 2. A shout out, way to go, boys. Corey takes ball 1. Up high, 2-0. And now a 3-0 count. And the umpire going to go out and a little sweeping of the rubber so he can see if the pitcher is keeping his foot on the rubber in case they have to call the balk. He's got a runner at second. Inside for ball 4. First and second, back to the top of the lineup, Caden Creel. And you remember what Creel did last time, second pitch of the ball game. Sent it over the left field fence with a no-doubt shot. Now he's got 2 runners aboard. See what he does here and see what the new pitcher does here with Brunson, what he'll deliver to him. Swings on an outside fastball. Strike 1. Looked like he might have chased one a little bit. I'm sure they know to stay away from him. He's definitely got power. We've seen that. Creel also has to be patient at the plate. Curveball up top, 1-1. 4-0 early lead for Fairhope, Alabama. Shout out for come on, Caden. Swing, bouncing, couple of hops to second, short, flips over to first for the out, and they get out of the inning on the 6-3. So they strand a couple. They do pick up 2 runs, however, and now it is a 4-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the second inning here on JockJive.com with Florida coming to the plate.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
So that's why the names look recognizable. This is the team that I announced last year. I had a lot of fun with this Fairhope team last year. They won the Enterprise State Tournament, and they went on to play in the World Series. Unfortunately, I had to leave and didn't get a chance to watch them play anymore. Our boy Creel is for real. Fairhope Peanut Baseball team. Well, he's done a job tonight. Here's Connor Dillard leading it off for Florida now. Against Malone. Malone's first pitch is a strike. So these boys were here last year, and like I said, they were a very good ball club. They won an Enterprise in pretty dominant fashion. So some of these names are recognizable. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. I know last year they got into the World Series, and in their first game, they lost their first game and got in, I think, into the championship game and came in second place, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Malone got the last guy to strike out in the first inning. That was his 3rd strikeout, though, in the inning. In between, gave up 2 singles, but stranded those 2 runners on base. 2 balls, 2 strike counts to Connor Dillard, then Blaine Woodham, and then Lamar Soule. Swing and a miss, and another K recorded. That's 4. So here's Blaine Woodham, second baseman now to the plate. 1 out in the inning. Malone fires and a little bit high, ball 1. A pitch in on the inside, outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Up top, just out of the zone, 2-1. Two balls and a strikes. 1 out, 4-0 lead here in the bottom of 2. Florida got the coin toss. They're the home team in this one. And Malone works his first 3-1 count. John reaches down, grabs a little dirt, ready to go. Swing, ground ball to first, 1 hopper, grabbed by the first baseman. And he'll go unassisted at the bag for 2 down. Lamar Soule will come to the plate now from the right side with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Strike 2 right down the pipe. Come on, Graceville, let's go is the shout out. Curveball, swing and a miss. And that is the 5th strikeout for Malone. He is just dealing right now, and man. Quickly 3 down. We'll go to the top of the 3rd when we come back. 4-0 Fairhope on top. Malone dealing on the hill, and the offense hitting what they need to get the runs across the plate. We'll come back. Stay tuned.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
So back to the hill. We'll go Brunson. Shout out for Connor Dillard for Florida. Let's go, Connor. And a shout out, let's go, Blaine. So Brunson comes back to the hill. And let's go, Lamar. Leading things off will be Gatlin Pitts. Singled his first time up, scored a run. We're in the top of the 3rd. And the first pitch is a strike. Zephariah Brunson on the hill for Florida. Comes in with a change, and it goes too far inside, 1-1. On the corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And outside 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gatlin Pitts. Swing. And he's done. Strikes out. First out of the inning. Here's the pitcher, John Malone, who walked his first time up, got stranded down at 3rd. And a shout out for pitch hard Zeph. Down and in with the fastball. Ball one. Swung on deep right field. Did it get down fair? Yes, it did, in the corner. Rounding first, headed for second. That is Malone with a double. Ball tailed off at the last second, but just inside the pole for a double. So a double at second. Holland Brock now struck out his first time. Check swing, and the umpire says ball one. Shout outs for Eli Carson and Davis. Play tough defense. Go Tigers. And let's go Corey D. On the corner from Brunson. Nice pitch there, 1-1. Boy, he was dealing that one. Fastball. Hanging on the edge, 1-1 count. Over the top, and 2-1. Swung on, ground ball to short. Bobbled, picked up, throw to first. Not in time, got away from the first baseman, runner down to third. And the runners will be on the corners, first and third. For Fairhope, opportunities again with just one out here. And just not a very good throw from short. Pulled his first baseman. I thought somebody had told me that. That's very cool. John Malone, of course, the top batting average 2 years in a row in the AAA World Series. And when it was in South Carolina, that was in Lexington, 2014, 2015. That was my first 2 years of doing the World Series. So thanks for the shout out and the info. I know his name's in the book. I saw that the other day. 1-0 count now to Cade Morris at the plate. Runners at first and third. 4-0 ball game. Fairhope trying to break it open right here in the third inning. Up top goes 2-0. Cade struck out. And like I said, in the first inning, it was 2 runs and then a runner at third and Malone, and then 3 strikeouts. But changing it up a little bit here. We'll see if Morris can get something going, or does Florida get out of it with a double play ball. And that pitch, though, is going to be way outside. And now you got a 3-0 count on Cade. Holland Brock down at first. John Malone down at third. And I'm sure this is a take pitch all the way with a 3-0 count. And it's high, and it's ball 4, and now bases are loaded. And a huge opportunity for Brooks Bracefield, who struck out to end the inning in the first. And we'll get a visit from the coach to the hill. Doesn't look like he's going to take the baseball, though, so we'll stay here. Again, join us tomorrow, 3:30, 5:45, and 8 p.m. our first pitch scheduled tomorrow. Again, whoever wins this game will play at 5:45 on field 3. And the loser will play at 3:30 right here on field 2. They would play the loser of Louisiana and Virginia. So a quick visit to the hill, and we're back. And the left-hander at the plate is Bracefield, and we'll see what he can do here. So Brooks with runners on the corner, on every bag, first, second, and third. Big leads by all runners, and Brunson will step off and have them all go back to their respective bases. Infield playing in, trying to cut off the run, coming home with one down. They'll try to get a tag and toss, and Brunson taking his time. Not sure if he got something in his eye out there or what. Maybe the bugs flying around, but he steps out. Bracefield now steps out. Brunson will go to the dirt. Picks him up, wipe the hand on the right slack, and now checks his sign from his catcher. Sets, looks in. Runners get their lead. Deals the 3-0. In for strike. 3-1. Take all the way by Brooks. Now he'll be given the green light, I'm sure. He is a left-hander at the plate. Big opportunity here right now for Fairhope to break this wide open, leading at 4-0. Checked his swing. Did he go around? Umpire says yes. My apologies. 1-1. I forgot to erase the last account. So down low. Now 2-1. Two balls, strike, one out. Bases loaded. And the payoff pitch here. Swung on, popped high in the air, out into center field, moving over the center fielder. Dropped it. He dropped it. Well, like I say, screened from up here around that balcony ledge there. 2 runs will score. So the center fielder who moves over can't make the catch. Malone scores. Brock scores. Cade Morse down to second, and Brooks down at first, and it is now 6-0. And Finley, you're very welcome. And a shout out, go Fairhope. Check swing, but a strike will be called on Josh Gunther. Josh got on by an error by the third baseman. And some more shout outs coming in. We'll get to those in a moment. Six-0 lead here in the top of 3. Whoa, that wild pitch sails completely. The backstop hits the brick and comes off. Now runners will be at second and third. 1-1. Not sure exactly what happened there with Zephyriah, but he lost that one. Brooks, way to go. Sent with a slam effect. Go Johnny Malone and Fairhope from Papa Mozzie. Ann and family watching from Fairhope. Folks, we're glad you're tuned in tonight. And again, my apologies on the picture not being what we usually have. It was just we were uninformed until late this past week, really, almost in the middle of the week. That oh, by the way, the distance on the one diamonds is like 100 feet away. And then we found out the windows don't open, so can't get the camera outside, can't get a mic outside. So we're fighting some things that we don't have any control of, but we definitely wanted to be here to bring you the game. So it's kind of a radio broadcast for those of you that have ever listened to radio. 1-2 count, 1 out. Up top, 2-2. And that's what I did for 25 years. So this wasn't new to me, except I still had a crowd mic and radio. So It's a little tough for me, too, so I'm glad you're bearing with it. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. 2-2, one down. Swing and a miss, and Brunson gets his second K of the inning. (6-0) score. Fairhope, Alabama over Graceville, Florida. In the top of the third, Steele Sims back to the plate. Popped out to short first time up. He'll step out as Brunson was getting ready to go. We approach a little after 10 right now, Central Time. So for those of you on the East Coast, strike called. Going to have a tough time getting up for church in the morning. Go Riley, Malone, and Fairhope, Levant, Nikki, Nana, and Papa watching from, well, I'm going to say Daphne. Is it Daphne or Daphne? Daphne? All right, thank you. I've got an Alabama girl sitting next to me, so she helps me out. 0-2 count. Pitch on the way, high, wild. Oh, and if it wouldn't have careened off the backstop, probably coming home is Cade Morris, who's now down at third. Two runs across the plate. It's 6-0. Here's a slow roller to short. They're going to have to hurry the throw. Not going to get there in time. Underneath. Bad throw again. Down in the dirt. 2 runs across the plate. And Fairhope, Alabama is breaking this one open very quickly. 8-0. Runner at first. Another error on the shortstop's throw. Probably should have just ate that one. Here's Riley Malone with a single and a run scored. Again, remember the run rule is 10 after 4, 15 after 3. Check swing, throw back to first. We almost threw it into right field. Shotgun throw from the catcher as Steele Sims was way off the bag. Strike one. Sims looked like he was headed to second. Pitch is outside on the corner. Missed, 1-1. Ball and a strike to Malone. Riley. Sims down at first. Would represent the 9th and 10th run, respectively. Tries to pull the string a little bit. A little too high. Ball didn't break the way he wanted to. 2-1. Timeout being called. Riley steps out of the box, now steps back in. And Brunson ready to deliver. Swung on, popped up high right field. That one drops in as well, and now it'll be first and third. So Riley gets on with a single. Steele Sims down at third, and Jackson Hatcher is coming to the plate. And like I said, now the 9th run is down at third. The 10th run is at first. That would automatically give you a 10-run lead. And like I say, it would be over in the 4th if Florida doesn't put any runs. Jackson Hatcher with a single his last time up. Runner goes from first. Throw gets by the catcher. No, he faked it. Now they got the runner trapped, diving back into the bag, and they got him at third. Nice little fake there by the catcher. They get Sims coming back off the bag. Now, Hatcher will get to come back to the plate because that's where the out actually occurred down at third base. It'll go 2-5. So Malone took off for second. Sims come off the bag. The catcher fakes like the ball got past him, looks, and he's too far off third base, throws down and gets the third out. That's how the inning is ended. So it's 8-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning here on JockJive.com.
Florida, pitcher number 9, Zachariah Brunson, now has a total of 4.
Bottom of the third inning, and a shout out, let's score Graceville. A swing and a miss. So it'd be strike. Fixing the scoreboard out there in right field right now. And my apologies, that was actually Caden Creel at the plate in the last inning, but I forgot they had batted through their 12. So Creel will come back to the plate to lead off the fourth. Inside, strike called, and quickly 0-2 on James Gilmore. Swung on a curveball, foul ball. It'll stay 0-2. Gilmore, Greenwood, Myrick. Time being called. The coach at third checking something with home plate. Discussion with the coach about something. Not sure again. We don't know what it is, but must not have been something too important. Strikeout looking. Wow. Like I said, Malone is just dealing right now. There is nothing that anybody's been able to do. They just haven't been able to touch him. That will be his 6th strikeout in the game. He's faced just 9 batters. Drew Greenwood now will come to the plate. First pitch on the corner. Just missed. Ball 1. 8-0 lead for Alabama. Again, scored 2 in the 4th. Florida would get to bat. They'd get their 3 outs, but they would have to score. Strike called. 1-1. That's if Alabama picks up 2. They would win it 10-0. If Florida doesn't score, that would be the ball game on the mercy rule. Swing or a half swing there, and it's now 1-2. Shout out go number 13, Drewski from Eli Carson and Davis in Graceville. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, and another K. 2 down. And the 7th strikeout recorded. Christian Myrick now to the plate. We're 2 down. Curveball swung on and missed. And the 0-1 fastball. Just missed a little low on the corner, 1-1. He's just missing on that pitch, but he has been on the edges, both sides of the plate. He's done a nice job with the fastball, change, curve. Malone really dealing it tonight. Right there again, there's that corner pitch. 2 strikes, 1-2. Trying to get his 8th strikeout out of 11 batters faced in through 3. There it is. Wow. This is something else to watch. And again, another K. And you got 8. Top of the 4th. Alabama coming to the plate. 2 runs to get it to 10 and take a 10-0 lead or more. And then it would be up to Florida to try to score runs. Don't forget, check us out on Facebook. We'd appreciate it. Log on today. If you're not a friend, sign up to our Facebook page. It's real easy to do. Type in Facebook on your Facebook page, and then when it pops up, click it, and then give us a like. That way you can follow along. Click the follow tab. We'll keep you up to date on scores, schedules, any updates, any weather delays, anything of that nature. It's all available on our Facebook page on JockJive. And also, we're looking to try to get 10,000 likes before this tournament is over. And we only had a couple of hundred to get yet. So tell your friends to give us a like on Facebook. We'd appreciate it. You can also comment on there and cheer for your team and send messages and so forth. So it's all available to you. 8-0, top of 4. Alabama coming to the plate. And we're back to the top of the order. Caden Creel, Gatlin Pitts, and John Malone. So we'll see what they do. And new pitcher on the hill is Tyler Dion now on the hill. So Dion comes in to warm up for Florida. So Tyler will start things off. And also behind the plate is Lamar Soule. Soule will take over where Adams was. So Soule and Dion now the battery mates for Florida. And Caden Creel with a home run shot and a ground out to short his last time up. But the big home run shot that led things off in the first on the second pitch of the ball game. Still very warm here at 10 o'clock at night, 78 with a feels-like temperature of 88 in Oxford, Alabama. So a warm and muggy night here, and it's kind of going to be that way through the week. There is some chances of some potential thunderstorms popping up tomorrow and Monday, probably during our second game. We'll keep our eye on that. Of course, that's how you can find out if we're delayed at any point. Through our Facebook page, we post rain, lightning delays, things of that nature, or any type of delay. So you can check that all out on Facebook by becoming a friend and giving us a follow. And the first pitch from Dion is down low for ball 1. So Creel back to the plate. And I guess the nickname here is Biscuit for this pitcher. Popped up left side trying to bunt, and it says pitch hard Biscuit. Roll Tide, go Corey D. 1-1 count now to Creel. 2 runs could seal the fate of this Florida team here in this inning. Alabama puts 2 across. Line shot, 1 hopper to third, throw over to first, and this time snagged and held on to. So he grounds out third to first for the out, first out of the inning. And Gatlin Pitts, who struck out and singled and scored a run, comes to the plate. So Pitts will step in. Big fastball outside, ball one. Inside for a strike, 1-1. Down low and inside, now 2-1. Three balls, two strikes. Outside corner and delivers ball four, and he puts a runner aboard. This will be John Malone's third trip to the plate tonight with a walk, a double, and a run scored. He's got the 9th run at first. He'd be the 10th run. Inside and on the corner, called for a strike. 0-1. Runner goes back to the mound. They won't get the double play ball. Good move there by Pitts to be going on that. And it'll go 1-3, and Pitts will go down to second base. Second out of the inning. And leave it up to Holland Brock. Got on by an error, scored, and struck out his first time to the plate. And now Pitts down at second base. We'll see if he stays there. Pitches outside, ball one. Don't really know the arm strength right now of Lamar Soule behind the plate because we haven't had to see him go fire one down. Go Pirates from the hunting camp from Carter. Up top, 2-0. Pitch on the way. Swung on, popped straight high in the air out in the right center field. Moving over to center fielder, calling for it. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. So they'll put a runner aboard, can't bring him home. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 8-0 right now. Alabama leading this game.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts two on his
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
Nelson steps to the plate, pops one into right field. It'll fall just in front of the right fielder. Just missed making a great catch out there in right field. So Nelson will start with a single. That is the 45th pitch from Malone tonight. That was the 12th man faced. Out of that, he had 8 strikeouts and 3 singles and a ground ball given up tonight. But he is going to stay in the game. Way to hold him, Graceville. Now let's put some points on the board. And a shout out, take 1 yard, Corey DeVole. Anthony Waitford comes to the plate. Anthony struck out his first time up against Malone. Flipping it over to first quickly and diving back into the bag is Nelson. As we mentioned earlier, Malone with a great toss over to first. So runners got to be prepared. And a strike on the corner on the fastball. So 0-1 count. And as mentioned, 8-0 on the scoreboard. Go Boo Boo number 1. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 2. So an 0-2 count now with a runner at first. Swing and a miss, and the 9th strikeout of the ball game. And the second time for Watford. Here's Kelby Woodham, who struck out his first time to the plate. Ooh. A little high. That one might have slipped off the finger there. Didn't break if that's what he wanted it to do. Go Pirates from Will Sparks. Come on, Kelby. Swing and a miss. Swung on, inside handled, pitched, and he fouls it off down the right side. And it'll be 1-2. And a go Fairhope from Claudia Sparks. 1-2 count, runner at first with 1 out. Fires over to first and diving back to the bag again is Nelson. Ground ball to second. They'll flip to second for 1. Relay, not going to be in time. So they'll get the force for the second out. Here's Adams now to the plate. Neal with a single his first time up, the left-hander. Been the shout out, be a hitter, Neal. And a shout out, keep dealing, John Malone. 1 more strikeout puts him in double digits tonight. It's impressive in itself. 8-0 lead. He keeps firing over to first, trying to get that runner, though. Not going to leave them any opportunities to try to get past the first base bag, that's for sure. They had Adams at second. That's been their only runner past the first base bag tonight through 3 2/3. And the pitch is outside from Malone, ball one. Again over to first. Runner back in time. That is Kelby Woodham. Shout out, let's go Fairhope. And again, back over to first. That time they got him leaning a little too far. What a pickoff move. And Woodham didn't even see that one coming. That'll be the third out of the inning. So we're going to the fifth. It is an 8-0 ball game. Alabama getting ready to come to the plate. Again, if the score holds up, Alabama moves on. And they would play tomorrow at 5:45 on Field 3 against the winner of Louisiana and Virginia. Score holds up. Florida would play tomorrow in the 3:30 game against the loser of Louisiana and Virginia. Of course, if it switches, then just switch who plays who at those times. We'll have all these games for you from the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series right here on JockJive. I'll be rocking like this. So we get set here for inning number 5. 8-0. Shout out Hold'em again, Graceville. So we go into the 5th inning. Alabama 8, Florida 0 right now. And we'll start it out with Morris, Bracefield, and Gunther. 5, 6, and 7 in the order. So we'll see what Cade can do here. Cade has been to the plate twice tonight. He's walked, struck out, and scored a run. First pitch swung on and lifted into right field. That one's going to get down for a base hit. So a single to start it off. No. And a pinch runner, or courtesy runner coming in, I believe, for Morris, who is the catcher, so they can do that. And now to the plate. Brooks Bracefield, strikeout and got on by an error by the center fielder and scored. Rips it, a line shot to second base, caught off the bag. Nothing he can do about it is Morris, and it'll be a double play ball. L4, 3, 1, 2. So quickly 2 down. Nothing you can do about that one. You're moving on the pitch. And it's lined right into the glove of the second baseman, who just flips it back to first. So Josh Gunther now comes to the plate with 2 down. Graceville trying to hang on. Lifted down the third base line. That one is a fair ball all the way to the corner. rounding is Gunther, and he'll get in with a stand-up double. And that's the one where you wish the double play line shot wouldn't have happened. But Graceville trying to hang on. Way to play Graceville is the shout out right now. They've got a runner at second against them with 2 down. Looking for the third out. Still have time in the game. They're down 8-0. There is no run rule unless Steele Sims, who's at the plate right now, crosses it himself. Then Graceville will have 3 outs to work with. Up top, ball 1. Again on the hill is Dion. Came in the last inning. Tyler trying to find the third out here. Straight up on the right side, flared foul. That'll get above the dugouts, and the count will go 1-1. Now, if they can get the third out, that will give them the opportunity for their team to play 6 outs instead of 3, which they would much rather have than just 3 outs to play with. Swung on again, flared foul to the right side. Now the count goes 1-2. Sims fly out and an error by the shortstop. Outside runner goes down to third. Throw gets past the third baseman. They run into each other and around, and scoring the 9th run will be Gunther. Not a very good throw down. Run scores. Now it's 9-0 and a 2-2 count with 2 outs for Sims. Boy, that throw down was not very good. Then the third baseman is in line. The runner tried to avoid it. They go into each other. No harm, no foul. There's a foul ball again over to the right side. Somebody over there making a one-handed catch. Over there in the stands. And we'll do it again, 2-2. Again, right now, Florida trying to stop anybody else from scoring for Alabama so they can play for 6. 6 outs, that is. Outside, full count. Definitely doesn't want to put him on base. Riley Malone is in the on-deck circle. Whoa, I believe that got a piece of him and down to first, and that's exactly what he didn't want to do, was put a runner aboard. So down to first will go Sims. Malone now is at the plate. Malone actually got a single last time. Steele Sims was caught rounding third too far. So 2 singles for Riley plus a run scored. Rips this one. A slow bouncer to third. Oh, he went for the scoop and didn't get it. All glove, no ball. And boy, the third baseman makes the E, and it's first and second. So Malone is on base for the 3rd time tonight. Riley, that is. And a shout out, let's go Corey. And Caden Crew, folks, is at the plate with 2 runners aboard. And you saw what he did with the bat in the first inning. Can he do it again? Line shot. Oh, look what I got. Dion sticks the glove up and makes the snag on a line shot. That ball was going into center field. But Tyler Dion says, not on my shift. Line shot snagged by the pitcher for the 3rd out. And we're going bottom of 5, so it's a guaranteed 6-inning game now, as Alabama can't score the 10th run, and Graceville will get an opportunity to come to the plate and see what they can do.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her two on his.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's
Adams gets ready to come to the plate. A 9-0 lead right now, and the shot out was a nice snag biscuit. And right now, Graceville looking somehow find a way to get a runner past second base. And they have been unable to really do anything against Malone tonight, as he will go and throw in the 6th inning here. Adams, Brunson, and Dion swung on into left field. And a base hit to start things off for Neil Adams. That is his 2nd hit of the night.
Now batting number 9, Zephariah Brunson.
And Zephariah Brunson now comes to the plate. Runner at first, nobody down. And Brunson, a left-hander. And we know how Malone likes to try to get the runners at first. So his first pitch is a fastball swung on off the handle and flared foul quickly out of play. We'll see how close Adams stays to the bag. Just remember, Adams was the one that got hit on the knee behind the plate, and we don't know how well he can run. And they'll throw over to first. He'll dive back in. So they're going to let Malone go the distance. So he'll have to take at least a couple of days off because of the amount of pitches thrown. And again, quick turn and throw over to first. And back is Neil Adams. Runner at first. 1 strike pitch. Now the runner goes. Throw down. Oh, bounces over the glove of the second baseman. Pretty decent throw there from behind the plate. Adams hobbling as he gets up. Again, that knee, and that's the one he hit. He slides into second with a stolen base. Gets himself out of double play mode. Count goes 1-1 against Brunson. Cade Morris with a pretty good toss, but unfortunately that bounce took a little hop and went over the glove. Swung on off the end of the bat into left field. And the catch is made for the out. So fly out to left field for out number 1. And now Tyler Dion will come to the plate. Shout out, let's go Alabama. And put some gravy on it, biscuit. So here is the guy they call Biscuit at the plate. Inside pitch, ball 1. Runner at second, 1 out for Florida. 5 outs to work with. Outside corner, misses. 2-1. Or 2-0. Connor Dillard in the on-deck circle for Florida. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Swing and strike two, 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that should be number 10 now for Malone, and it is double digits in strikeouts tonight. 10 strikeouts in the game.
Now batting number 12, Connor Dillard.
Connor Dillard to the plate, 2 outs. Oh, they got the runner off the bag in between. Malone going to chase him towards third. They'll put the tag on him, and that'll be it. Neil Adams caught on the pickoff move, and that ends the inning for Florida. We've got one more inning to go here on JockJive.com. Top of the 6th inning, Alabama coming to the plate. They lead it 9-0. We'll be back with more. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. As we get into the late hours, for those of you that are on the East Coast, it's 11:44 right now, so hopefully you're still with us. If not, it's understandable. That one ball dropped into left field for a base hit to start things off for Gatlin Pitts on the single on the first ball pitched. Again, Alabama leads this one 9-0. Shout out, go set them up and set them down. Go Pirates, Tyler Croy. Well, he's going to have to work the next couple of batters. But here's John Malone, who's walked, doubled, scored, grounded out tonight, and pitched one heck of a ball game with 10 Ks. Looks at the first one, and it is apparently low, 1-0. And a shout out, still with you, go Fairhope. Well, we appreciate it. I know it's a Saturday, so maybe not too bad for some of you folks out there. One ball, one strike to Malone. Steps out, time is called. Umpire looking towards the dugout. I'm not sure exactly why. And now Malone will step back in. So I'm not sure if something was going on with John or something was going on with the dugout. On the edge for strike two. Nice pitch there from Dion. 1-2 count. He'll gather himself, get back in. Runner down at second. Oh, in high, a little chin music, and boy, he just leaned the head back to get out of the way of that one. I think I'd have been moving a little further than that. Swung on, ground ball past the second baseman into right field. That'll score the 10th run. Not that it means anything at this point other than it's 10-0, but the run rule, of course, wouldn't take a. I mean, Florida will get to bat no matter what here in the 6th inning. They'll get the bottom of the 6th to work. But it is now a 10-run lead. Here's Brock. Nobody out, runner at first. Lines it into left field for a base hit. They'll now play, well, no, they will run. They'll go second and third on the double by Brock. I thought they might play station-to-station baseball now. Cade Morris to the plate. As Dion wants another baseball.
Batting number 2, Cade Morris.
Single, walk, strikeout, scored a run tonight for Cade. Way outside, wild pitch, and Dion falls down, trying to get home, and Malone never moved. He was standing on third. I'm sure the coach said no. 2-0. And that's good sportsmanship there. You don't want to run up the score anymore. You know you've got a 10-0 lead. You'll play station to station now. And Florida will try to get the 3 outs and then come to the plate. Popped up into right center field. Coming over right fielder. He misplayed it. Ball's going to drop. 1 run's going to score. It's now 11. And runners at first and third. Brooks Brassfield will come to the plate. Strikeout. Got on by an error and scored. Lined out to the second baseman. It's the last time up. Really lined into a double play ball. Runners at first and third. Again, popped up left side of the infield and out of play it goes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Into left field, deep. And it's gone. Out of the park it goes. Bracefield with a 3-run dinger. Second home run for the team tonight. Got the end of the bat on that one, sent it over the left field fence. It is now 14-0 in the 6th inning. And they have found Dion now, who has given up 2 singles, a double, a single, and a home run. Still doesn't have an out here in the 6th inning. So fair hope. Looking like one of the stronger teams here in the Ozone division. And the coach for Florida going to come out and chat. And I don't know if he's going to remove him. I would imagine he may. He is taking the baseball. That'll be it for Tyler Dion for Florida. We'll get a new pitcher. We'll take a break and come back. Stay tuned.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center fielder.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final.
Championship T-shirt.
East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Tyler Dion had a total of 37 pitches. Now pitching for Florida. Number 1, Blaine Woodham.
Now Blaine Woodham comes to the hill to pitch now for Florida. 14-0 lead Alabama. No outs here, top of 6. They've plated 5 more here in the top half. First pitch dealt to Josh Gunther. 1-0 count. Gunther with a double tonight, a strikeout in there, and scored 2 runs. A little tight. Sims and Riley Malone in the on-deck circles. Trying to throw some type of a breaking pitch there. And it is 3-0. Swung on, line shot into the third baseman's glove for out number 1. 1 away for Steele Sims, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. Looking for his first hit of the ball game tonight. He's been held hitless. Curveball on the corner, miss. 1-0. And Jackson Hatcher is going to be on deck and hit for Riley Malone. Curveball in for a strike. That one hit deep to left center field. Oh, off the top of the fence. And coming in with a stand-up double. That just about went out. So now Jackson Hatcher will get back in the game. Jackson will come to the plate. Singled his first time up tonight back in the second inning. He will hit for Riley Malone. With a runner at second and 1 out. 14-0 lead here for Alabama. They have showed up big, and their pitcher, John Malone, did a great job tonight. 10 strikeouts in his 6 innings of work. Check. Strike 1. Curveball didn't break. 1-1. So that ball did hit the top of the fence for Sims, but it came back into the playing field. I thought it hit right on the yellow the way it bounced. Down low. 2-1. Outside and missed. 3-1. Ball 4 down to first. He'll go with the walk. First and second.
Number 1, Caden Creel.
Caden Creel, 5th time to the plate tonight. Home run, ground out twice to the left side of the infield, then a line out to the pitchers last time up on a ball that looked like it was going to go straight through center field. Rips at that one, hits it down the right side. It'll go foul. And if Creel gets on, they will have batted around the order and they'll start all over again. Big Bender is up high, 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 down, 2 runners aboard. Comes inside low, get the corner though, and the umpire says strike, 1-2 to Creel. One ball, 2 strike, pitch on the way. Curveball hit him. Loads the bases. And we batted around and we'll go to our 10th man in the order. And this is the guy who started it off, Gatlin Pitts. Back to the plate, bases loaded for Alabama. They lead at 14-0. 1 out in the inning here in the top of the 6th. And a strike called. Drilled into left field. That ball will get down. That'll score at least 1. Here comes a second run, and it'll be second and third. It's now 16-0. Line shot into the second baseman's glove. Back to the shortstop. Double play ball on the last one to finally end the inning. 16-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Florida will come to the plate. They'll have 3 outs to work with when we return. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, and Malone will go through 5 and get his 10 Ks. And Jackson Hatcher will come on now and finish the ball game here for Alabama. Florida will send 6, 7, and 8 to the plate. Dillard, Woodham, and Soule. And see what they can do with their 3 outs to work with. They find themselves down big, 16-0. This isn't the first 2 games were very similar. South Carolina today beat Oxford 16-1 in 3 innings. Tennessee beats Arkansas 16-2. That was a 6-inning game. Georgia won their game over Mississippi late. They come back in the bottom of the 6th, winning it 7-6. Texas over North Carolina 5-1. Those are your scores right now. This one's 16-0. And the first pitch on the corner for a strike.
Florida, number 12, Connor Dillard.
And Virginia beat Louisiana 2-0. What a good game that must have been. So Virginia will get the winner of this one. And Louisiana will get the loser. So it looks like Louisiana and Florida tomorrow at 3:30 is our first game right here on field number 2 for day 2 of the Ozone World Series. Swing and a miss and a strikeout recorded. And 1 down. Blaine Woodham now coming to the plate. Blaine, second opportunity here at the dish tonight. Grounded out to first his first time up. Swings and misses. Up high, 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Swing, miss, 2-2. Strike 3 call down the corner. And that's 2 down. And it's the last out for Florida. And Lamar Soule will come to the plate. Actually, Riley Nelson will come to the plate and hit in his place. He'll take ball 1 on the outside. One-0 count. Strike there down the middle, 1-1. Hatcher just coming out throwing fastballs right now. Working the last inning here for Alabama. Whoa, ouch, slipped and hit him. So down to first on the hit by a pitch. Make sure he's all right. He caught that one right between the shoulder blades. And the umpire making sure he's good to go. He'll try to walk that one off. Boy, when you get hit back there, there's not a whole lot you can do about it except feel the pain for the rest of the night. To the plate will be James Gilmore, who struck out looking his first time up.
Number 3, James Gilmore.
So with a runner at first, Florida still trying to break that goose egg. 1 out left to work with. And the pitch from Hatcher is outside for ball 1. 3:30, 5:45, 8 o'clock start times tomorrow. First pitch here in day 2 of the Dixie Youth Ozone World Series here in Oxford, Alabama. Chocoloco Park is where we're at. Throw over to first, not in time. Runner back safely. And again, like I said, our first game will feature Louisiana and this Florida team. Then we'll get Oxford and Arkansas at 5:45, and our late game from the winner's bracket will be Georgia and Texas. On the corner, and apparently he just missed 2-0. Top 3-0. And a little chat from the catcher. Hatcher started out with a strikeout. Second batter, he got a strikeout looking. And then he hits Nelson. Now he's got Gilmore on a 3-0 count. Runner down at first. And he misses badly on that pitch. Another walk given up, and 2 runners aboard now for Florida. Should be back to the top of the order. And
Number 11, Anthony Watford.
and it'll be Anthony Watford coming to the plate. For those of you on the East Coast, midnight. Good morning. Swung on, foul tipped, strike 1. Two down in the inning, 1 strike, 2 runners aboard. Last out for Florida. Swing, strike 2. On the corner, and the umpire says no, a little outside. We will have 3 elimination games tomorrow for you. Swing and a miss, and there is the final strikeout of the ball game. And that's going to do it, folks. This one is over. It's a final 16-0. Alabama beats Florida. Alabama will move on now. They will play Virginia tomorrow at 5:45. And that game will be on field 3. And Florida will be right here. First game tomorrow at 3:30 against Louisiana. I'll have the call on that one, so make sure you join me. Again, 16-0 is our final. Again, congratulations to Fairhope. I'm Chuck Sebastian for JockJive.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow at 3:30. Have yourselves a good evening.